Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing the BFG. It's the latest Disney live-action film directed by Steven Spielberg, and believe it or not, I'm actually excited for it. In fact, I think this looks good. Now, that might sound strange coming out of me, the guy who pretty much lampoons all of their live-action remakes, which this technically is. I guess it's a reboot. There was an animated BFG movie back in the 60s, I think, but nobody's heard of it. I saw it. It's not very memorable. In fact, this is one of those cases where if I have any problems at all, it's the fact that the original source material is kind of messed up, because Ronald Dahl is a deeply, deeply disturbed man. If you ever read his autobiography, well, he has two autobiographies, you can see he had deep personal and mental troubles, and it translates into his works. So if I have any issue at all, it's the fact that, yeah, Ronald Dahl's kind of crazy. I'm not sure that his ideas should be seen by children. That's about it. But other than that, I'm totally fine with it. Steven Spielberg directing a kids movie, awesome. A movie getting a live-action reboot that actually kind of needed a live-action reboot, cool. So all this stuff is in place here. Now, I don't remember too much of the story of the BFG, except that the ending is completely baffling and kind of messed up. So basically, they contact the Queen and she solves everything. That's the ending of the book. I don't know how the movie's gonna do it. I just remember that was the dumbest thing I ever read. And it's in the animated movie as well, so we'll see if they keep that. That really that's monumentally stupid. how the book ends. So yeah, let's see it. I loved it. I really truly loved it. This was a really damn, I loved it. Oh my god. Okay, man, I'm at a loss for words, honestly. It's been, how long has it been since I just straight up liked a Disney cartoon, a kids movie, just a kids movie in general? How long has it been? I think the last one off the top of my head was Rise of the Guardians. That was so long ago. I mean, and I don't mean just tolerated or kind of liked, like Inside Out or something. I mean really superbly enjoyed and thought was a great film experience. Yeah, I can't think of anything past Rise of the Guardians. Maybe there's something else that I'm forgetting. Norm of the North, of course, but Jesus Christ. It's almost hard to explain with this one, but essentially, the book isn't very long in story or anything. It's essentially this little girl in an orphanage doesn't enjoy her life very much, of course, because she lives in an orphanage, and happens to look out her window at this giant who's wandering around town, and he sees that she saw him, so he kidnaps her so she can't say anything. I know, it's Ronald Dahl, he's kind of crazy. And then basically they just bond and go on an adventure or two. Well, not really an adventure, they just kind of bond. And the whole movie is framed, and the whole conflict in the movie is that there's these other giants who are 5 times as big as him, or more. Their scale kind of seems to change a little. At one point he looks about half as high as them, and another point he's small enough to fit in their hands. I don't know. Maybe that was just the perspective or something, but Yeah. Looks... So, and yeah, basically evil giants who eat kids, and they gotta be dealt with. As I mentioned, and yes, sadly the movie did keep this part, they basically contact the Queen of England, who solves everything with her mighty queen powers. Just overnight, instantly. In what is honestly a very bad military decision, because she is solely trusting these guys, that these people don't have any other agenda. Like, you know, and... but, anyway, that's nitpicking. As for the movie itself, that's a very bare-bones story. There's not much to it. And as I said, like, I had to stop myself from saying adventure, because really, if you go down to the bare basics, not much happens. But in a way, it was to the movies. It's to the movies a credit, really. Like, it is relaxing, and it's fun. Like, the movie clearly has plenty of time to just let you wallow in and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the character banner. And I mean, oh my god, the BFG himself, he speaks in a weird kind of off voice, like getting words wrong all the time. You know, very child story type stuff, and it's so fun to listen to. I mean, everything about it is so great. Who's the guy? Mark Rylance does an amazing job as the giant. The little girl who plays Sophie, maybe less, but honestly, the BFG himself is kind of the main star here, so I don't blame that. It's not like the Jungle Book where the terrible, terrible child actor was clearly meant to be our main character. No, in this one, you can see that Sophie's more the Mad Max of this particular story, not the you know, not the main character, just the framing character, if that makes any sense. God damn, it's so good. It looks beautiful, by the way. The design of the giants and the scenery, and especially the land where, like, dreams are made and stuff, it looks so cool. Everything in this, it felt like somebody made this movie because they wanted to see it on the screen in this particular way, not just because they're going with the gimmick of making a live-action movie of every animated film they've ever made. Like, it feels like they had reasons beyond that. And that is pretty awesome. Just, if I had any problem with the art style, is that the giants themselves seem kind of floaty. Like, that's kind of the CGI's problem, I guess, but, like, they seem like they have almost no weight at all, despite being freaking giants. Although, I can also counter this by the fact that they're known for sneaking around towns and stuff, so maybe that's just their species' way. They're very light despite their size. I don't know. So yeah, just overall, most of the problems, like the main problems from this, are the story, which is Roald Dahl's fault. And, like, the movie does try its best to just keep everything floating along and just keep everything mostly about the fantasy and the whimsicalness instead of about the plot, which is to its benefit. And honestly, like, go out and watch this. Take your kids to it. This is fun for the whole family and a magical experience. And I was paid to do this review. I'm kidding, I wasn't paid, but you know, those tagline people. It annoys me. They're on every movie. Anyway, God, it was good. I can't exaggerate that enough. Like, honestly, if you are sick of, like, what Disney's been doing recently, this'll fix it, I think. We need more movies like this. Honestly. The world would be a better place. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dyer-Situation.